I'm Michael and this is Truman the Cape Parrot, and this video is about how to teach your parrot the wings trick. Visit trainedparrot.com for more information on how to teach this trick to your bird. The first stage to teaching your parrot to open its wings on cue is to get it used to you touching its wings and opening its wings. Please refer to my taming videos to see more about how to get your parrot more used to letting you open its wings. So in preparation for teaching Truman the wings trick, I'm just going to touch his wings a little bit and just get him used to being touched there. There are 3 methods to teaching the wings trick. First method works, I think, with cockatiels and some birds that naturally open their wings when they're falling. It's to hold a bird in your hands by the feet, drop it, and let them open their wings. Truman starts flapping, so that wouldn't work for my wings trick. Some birds will kind of drop their wings open in a free fall and kind of set up for a glide. They have their wings open. All you got to do is click and reward, and you got wings trick there. For other birds, it's a little more complicated, and you have to shape the behavior by opening their wings for them, catching it on cue. And then also, there's birds that just naturally stick their wings out, and you can click and reward them when they do it themselves, and reward that. So with Truman, I'm going to be focusing on the second method, which is shaping the behavior. There are 2 ways to shape the wings trick. One method is to just grab both wings, pull them open, and click and reward when they're in the open position. This method did not work well for me with Kili, so I'm going to be trying the same method I used with her instead. The method I prefer to use involves using 2 fingers to pry the wings open and shape the behavior. Wings. Good boy! Very good. Notice when I was pushing Truman's wings, he kind of didn't like having them push there, so he opened them a little bit. And that's the first step in getting the wings trick going. Wings. 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 Good boy. What I'm trying to achieve is for Truman to assist me in opening his wings. He's going to learn that every time I poke him with my fingers, his wings are going to get pushed up. So what he's going to start doing is he's going to see those fingers coming. He's like, okay, no, I'll do it myself. And he'll pick his wings up for me. Truman. Wings. Wings. Good. I start using the cue immediately so that by the time the bird catches on to the behavior, it'll know the cue already. Wings. 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 Good boy. The first day of training is really just about getting them used to you touching their wings and pushing them. Don't expect them to learn the trick right away, but by pushing them open, getting them used to the motion, they'll be less resistant to you opening their wings and be more prone to learn the cue on the 2nd or 3rd, 4th, 5th day when you get to it. Wings. Notice he's waving when I try to do it, so I'm not rewarding that. I wait until his wings are open and ignoring the waving. Wings. Wings. Good boy. As soon as I feel him release tension on his wings, as soon as he stops trying to close them, as soon as I feel him releasing his muscle pressure, maybe even opening them a little, that's when I click and reward him. Wings. 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 Good boy. You don't even have to get the wings open all the way at first. It's just about getting them to start opening them. Once they learn to open their wings part of the way, you can continue using clicker training to teach them to open the wings all the way. Wings. Good boy. Notice that as soon as when I let go of his wings, they were still open. So that means he was definitely using muscle pressure to hold them open on his own. He's starting to sort of catch on that he's got to do something with his wings to get the reward. Wings. 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 He shut his wings on me there. He wasn't really cooperating, so I'm not rewarding him with that. Wings. 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 The method I'm using for teaching Truman to open his wings is I use my 2 pointer fingers like this. And I press on his wings, hiding a treat in one hand and the clicker in the other, so I can click and reward as soon as he gets his wings open for me. You could do this without a clicker, but I think the bird will catch on quicker that you want it to have its wings open, because that's when the click happens and the reward comes later. Wings. Good boy. He's getting a little confused with the wave because wave and wings are kind of similar cues to him, but with a little work he'll start realizing that the 2 fingers, that's for wings and waving is for his foot. I do throw in other tricks every once in a while just to keep his mind focused so he can pay attention. Okay, this was for wings, this is for wave. Wave! Wave! Good boy, Truman. It also helps me gauge his training motivation. If his old tricks are still coming along quite well, then I know he's still motivated for more treats. Wings. Wings. Good boy. Very good, Truman. Definitely make a big deal about it. Give him big treats and a lot of praise when he does a little bit more effort on his own to open them, rather than having me to do it. Wings. Good boy. Look at that. This is still the first training session. Truman's already starting to put a little muscle into pushing those wings apart. It's not going to be an easy behavior to teach right on the first day because the bird needs the exercise. They might not be used to opening their wings like that. Sure, they can flap their wings and fly, but you go and try to hold your arms out like this for a long period of time. It gets pretty heavy to hold that weight out. So just as much as he's building the strength of knowledge and the strength to do it mentally, he's also building strength to do it physically as well. Wings, wings, wings. Good boy. Just that repetition and exercise, that's what they need. A lot of practice and the motivation. Don't train too much all at once. Spread it out across a few training sessions, possibly over the span of a week. But after that point, the bird will know what you're going to do by repetition. They're just going to know that every time you're coming at them with those fingers, the wings are going to get pushed open, so eventually they'll just start doing it on their own. Wings, wings, wings. Very good, Truman. Good boy. Truman! Good boy. This is session 2 of teaching Truman the wings trick. Step up. Truman. Wings. Good boy. Clearly he remembers a little bit from the last training session. He holds his wings open a little bit when I'm prodding them with my fingers. Wings. Wings. Very good, Truman. Notice how I'm trying to push his wings less and less. I'm trying to make him do the work. I'm trying to let him get anxious to get the treat. That he'll guess what I want him to do and go ahead and do it. Wings. Wings. Good boy. I'm not even having to push his wings open all the way. He's starting to catch on that he's got to open them himself. An unintentional byproduct of teaching Truman wings is that he bends his head down every time to do it. He keeps searching around for food in my fingers when I'm doing the trick, so it's teaching him inadvertently to put his head down while he's putting his wings up. So lately what I've been doing is I've been bracing a finger against his neck so he can't bend his head down while doing the wings. 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 Good boy. This way it's shaping him to keep his head up while doing the wings. I'd rather him do it like this with flying colors and not bowed down like that, so that's what we're going to work on. Truman! Good boy. This is session 3 of teaching Truman the wings trick. Wings. Very good, Truman. Wings. Wings. Very good. My goal now is to start reseating the cue. I want to be able to hold my fingers further and further away from him to get him to open them. Wings. Good boy. I'm prolonging the duration he has to hold wings. I'm teaching him that as long as my fingers are pointing there, that he should keep them open, and then I click. So later on, the click will become the release for the trick. So when I say wings, I want him to open them and hold them open until I click for him. Wings. Good boy. So the cue eventually progressed from being like this to like this. It's effectively doing the same thing, but by pushing his wings apart under his armpits. But by using one hand, it frees the other hand to hold the clicker and treat. That way he's not trying to find the treat when I'm using my fingers with the treat lodged in them. So by having this press the wings open now, eventually this can become the cue where I just go like this and that means show your wings. Wings. Good boy, Truman. See, just like that, that's how we progress to develop a cue. Later on, if you wish, you can easily change it to a different cue. Instead of, if you want to do this, put your arms out to show wings, you just go like this, wings, and you put your arms out, and then eventually the bird will make the connection. So you can make the cue anything you want. But this is a good introductory cue while you're teaching the behavior. Wings. Wings. Good boy, Truman. You see, the more excited he gets about it, the farther he stretches his wings. So that's what we're going to use, that motivation, to get him to open them all the way. Wings. Wings. Come on. Wings. Good boy. What I can do to remind him to open them further away is by bringing my fingers closer. He doesn't want me pressing his wings, so he'll be like, okay, okay, and he'll open them further. So that's what I do to give that extra motivation to get those wings open all the way while I'm training it. Wings. Good boy. This is session 5 of teaching Truman the wings trick. I did one training session previously off camera, and a few mini sessions here and there. Whenever I'm passing by or want to have give him a treat of some sort, I'll have him do wings. Earlier today, he did a couple wings at lunchtime for a piece of mango. He was really excited to have some, and he did a much better job. So sometimes using these super treats for one instance benefits you more than a whole training session. So it's great to throw those in once in a while. Let's see what kind of progress we've made. Up. Wings. 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 Good boy. He's definitely opening his wings better now, but he's still not reaching the cue, so it's going to be a matter of practicing enough times that he gets used to seeing that cue every time before he has to open them. Wings. Wings. Good boy. I definitely don't have to push his wings open at this time, but I still have to get my fingers really close for him to do it himself. Wings. Good boy, Truman. Wings. This is session 6 of teaching Truman the wings trick. Wings. Very good, Truman. Good. Wings. Good boy, Truman. This is session 7 of teaching Truman wings. Wings. Good boy, Truman. Wings. Good boy. Wings. Good boy. After 2 weeks of training Truman the wings trick, this is the progress we've made. Wings. Good boy. He's still not opening his wings 100%. It may still take a few more weeks, even months, to get him to stretch further and further with each time. This technique worked with Keely, and eventually we got to the point where she'll open her wings entirely. Now I'm still receding the cue. I can't show the cue from here. Wings. See, from this far away, he's still not responding, but with every day I'm holding the cue further and further away, getting him used to hearing the word wings, and seeing the sign further and further away. Hey, Truman. Wings. Good boy. At this point, I can consider the trick learned. Still definitely need some work to perfect it, but I can feel confident that he learned the trick because I can mix it up with other tricks in between, and he will pick which one and do the proper ones on cue. Wave! Good boy. Shake. Good. Wings. Wings. Hey. What not? Wings. Wings. Good boy. Wings. Good boy. Truman's really motivated right now, so I'm able to test his boundaries and ask for the trick with the cue further and further away. And he'll still do it because he really wants the treat. Wings. Wings. Good boy. It's like a light bulb suddenly went off in his head today. He just is really motivated, really wants the treats, and after 2 weeks of hearing wings and seeing the cue, he knows to do it when I say it or show it to him. Shake. Wave. Wave. Wings. Wings. Good boy, Truman. Now Truman knows shake, wave, and wings. He can do all the tricks interchangeably. And this marks the successful completion of teaching Truman the wings trick after 2 weeks of training. Visit the Trained Parrot blog for more information about how you can teach wings to your parrot.